Hello, welcome. Thank you for stopping by my brand new channel for a visit. My name is Ruby and I created this channel. I thought it would just be a fun way to showcase my interests, some of the things that I like. Some things I am interested in are makeup, skincare, beauty, cooking, food related. I also belong to a pen pal card making group where we just send cards back and forth, so card making is an interest. And I also, as a result, have a subscription to different sticker like subscriptions. So right now I belong to something called Sticky, and I used to belong to one called Pipsticks. So I thought that might be fun to share on occasion when I get them. I also do belong to different subscription boxes such as Goddess Provisions, Witch Casket, and things like that. And so I just thought it would be fun to come here and just share those different things with you. I also like bath bombs. I also have, a lot of different bath items and skincare from Lush that I get. So I just thought that it would be fun to share that with you, and hopefully the viewers will learn something, find something useful, or at least just be entertained. This is a brand new channel. I certainly don't have everything figured out yet. This is kind of like my introduction, just to say here I am, I'm trying this out. I thought that this would be a fun creative endeavor for myself. And I just like to share. So I just thought this would be fun to try. I'm not really sure how often I will do these videos. I could do once a week. I could do more. I'm not really sure. This is just me kind of trying it out. I don't have a focus. I have, a lot of different interests. I know there are very many great makeup-centric channels out there, and channels that are focused on one thing mainly. I could certainly look at that, but I don't want to cage myself in too much. So today's video is about foundations for fair skin. Well, I think that, we can all relate that matching foundation to your skin tone is a bitch. It's hard. So I wanted to come here and show you what I have for my fair skin foundations. Just my own skin. I am very dry, so I live in a northern state and it's winter right now, and if you live in a northern state or you live in a cold climate state or a country even, you know what that's like. The air is dry. I have a humidifier going in my house. I hydrate a lot, but still my skin is so dry. I also want to mention that I only use cruelty-free products in general. So I only use cruelty-free makeup, cleaning products, household, skincare, anything at all that I can find cruelty-free. So that's what I will be showing in my videos. If that sounds good, let's get into it. I'll show you what I have, and I hope that you enjoy. Okay, so first of all, I want to show I have five, actually I have one, two, three, I have six foundations that I'm going to show you today. One of them is actually a BB cream and one is a stick foundation. So let's just start off with the first one here. I'm just going to go down the line of what I have over here to show you. The first one that I have is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. A lot of you know this foundation. You may have used it before. I have this in the shade Rose Ivory. I really like this because, as you can see, I have a bare face today. I don't have a stitch of makeup on. All I have done is just kind of put some witch hazel cleanser toner on my face this morning, like I do every morning. And you can see my face is it's cool toned. I have some redness. That's normal for me. So this is definitely on the cool side. So we will be going over this. The next one that I have here, now I got this one recently after seeing a lot of videos on YouTube about it being a great product. It's the Makeup Revolution foundation stick, if you can see that. Sorry for my lighting. But it's the, I have this one in F1, so the shades are not named, they're just like numbers. F1 is supposed to be, I think, like on the lightest neutral part of the spectrum. They've got cool, they have warm, they have neutral. So I got this one in neutral because even though I am a little red and I can be cool, I'm a little neutral too. I have like that kind of peachy skin tone, I guess you could say. So I'm not like just all like blue red. I have a little bit of warmth in my skin, a little bit. Yellow tone warm foundations are too much for me usually, but pink, like super pink cool ones are also too much. I kind of go towards neutral sometimes just to you know, kind of balance my skin tone. Really, that's what I'm looking for when I personally do my foundation. The next one up is the BB cream that I mentioned. This is from AOA Studio. So this is the Perfect BB Cream. This is in the shade Fair. So I think this is the lightest one that they have. Now this one, even though it's fair, it is a little dark. So you'll see on the swatch when I do the swatches. It's a little dark. It's not super fair, but for me, it's actually good coverage for a BB cream. But it's, I don't know, it blends with my skin enough to where I don't look crazy, like yellow or too dark or something. So you'll see in the swatch. Next one I have, and y'all forgive me, I've had this one for a while. You know, we just have to live our lives. Sometimes it's not always about being perfect, is it? So this one is pretty worn. It's the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous. A lot of you know this one. I'm sorry for my lighting if you can't really see it. But anyway, this is in Ivory. CoverGirl recently just went cruelty free, so this is really cool. Like, gives us cruelty free people another option to look at. For dry skin for this one, it's kind of on the edge because it is like a satin finish. And the Outlast, it's a 3-in-1, so it claims to be a foundation, a primer, and a concealer all in one. So that's maybe why, but it has good coverage, but it might cling to some patches. I definitely don't have to use a powder when I use that foundation. Now the next two I'm going to do together, these are from e.l.f. So these are the e.l.f., I believe this is the Flawless Finish foundations. I'm going to try to hold them up both at once here for you. I love e.l.f. They're cruelty free. They have a lot of different stuff. They're always coming out with new things. But their foundation, it's really hard to find, for me, of a matching foundation to my skin from e.l.f. that's kind of neutral or maybe even a little more cool tone. They tend to be warmer or more yellow tone, for me anyway. So I ended up getting 2 shades. They recently expanded their shade range of their Flawless Finish foundations. So I was glad to see that and I wanted to really try it. But before that, I had purchased this is Porcelain. So I'm sorry if you can't really see that color in this lighting. Again, I'm new, I'm just starting this out, I'm just trying, so bear with me. I will swatch these for you. Hopefully that will give you a better idea, and I will be demoing one of them as well. I can make it work, but it's a little yellow. So then I went out and I got, when they expanded their shade range, I was like really excited, and I went out and got Light Ivory. So this is Light Ivory. Again, I don't know if you can see. It's definitely lighter, but it is super yellow. It's really yellow. So I find though that if I mix these two together, it actually works pretty well. So I know it's a pain in the ass to have like an extra step in your foundation. We all want that go-to one and done, real quick, put it on and have it match us. But I know a lot of us who are different skin tones, sometimes finding this combo, it's really helpful. It's like the only thing that you can get to match you perfectly, and this is definitely it for me. So I'll show you these side by side, and I'll demo these two together for you as well. Another thing I want to mention about these foundations is that they're really hydrating. So for dry skin, these are wonderful. They also have SPF 15, so they definitely have a scent. That they have that like sunscreen scent to them that the e.l.f. BB cream does, if you've ever tried that. I've tried it and I like that one, but if you're sensitive to fragrance, then definitely just be aware of that. They do have that scent. For me, it's not super bothersome and my skin isn't super sensitive, so it's not an issue, but just keep that in mind. Alright, so for the first swatch, we are starting with the Wet n Wild foundation, the Photo Focus foundation. This is in the shade Rose Ivory. It's got a nice smooth satiny finish on it. The next swatch that I'm doing for you, this is the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation in the shade F1. That's the lightest, I believe, in their neutral undertone. This next swatch here, after these two, this is the BB cream, the AOA Studio BB cream. I got this one from Shop Miss A. It's a little bit darker than the other two. And this is the CoverGirl. This is the Outlast 3-in-1. This is in the shade Ivory. Next up, I'm going to show you the e.l.f. side by side. I'm going to start with the, this is the Flawless foundation. This is in Porcelain. So this is their, when they first came out, this was the lightest shade at that time. The next one is when they expanded their shade range to include lighter and darker. This is Light Ivory. You can see it's quite a bit lighter and more yellow toned. Okay, so those were the swatches. You could see that the Makeup Revolution foundation stick, I think, tended to match me the best in this lighting. Again, I apologize for lighting or anything. I know it's not the greatest quality right now. I'm working with natural lighting coming in through my sliding glass window here, so it's really hard to film this and avoid shadows and everything, but I'm doing my best and I hope to get better. Really, I hope that gave you a good enough idea at least of each of these shades and how they match fair skin. The Makeup Revolution stick, the foundation stick, seemed to match me the best, but I find when I put it on my face, it's a little gray. Do you ever notice that? Like when you get some of those neutral foundations, sometimes they lack any tone at all and they're a little bit graying, so I don't want to demo that one today. I'm going to go ahead now and I am going to demo the e.l.f. foundations for you. You saw on the swatches I have two shades. The first one is like way too dark. The second one is a little better, but it's a little light. So I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to just blend them together and kind of show you like how I use it and how I apply it on my fair skin. You'll see how it matches. I'm barefaced. I don't have anything on, as I said before. It's just me and my Witch Hazel cleanser that I did in the morning. I'm going to be using a primer. I'll share it with you. It is this AOA Studio. This is the green one for color correcting redness. I don't particularly find this extremely color correcting, but it does really help to blend and apply the product smoothly. So I'll use this, and this would be the only thing that I use besides this, so you can kind of see. I'm gonna be using this brush to apply it with. This is like one of my favorite brushes. I feel like these were real popular a couple years ago, and then I haven't really heard much about them since, but they were selling out on Shop Miss A. That's where I got this one. This is like their biggest one, I think, on Shop Miss A. I forget what they're called, but I love these. It's super dense, and you can see like how dense that is. So it applies product like really smooth, and it's also so soft. It is so soft. I love this. It really applies smoothly. It blends everything. There's no brush strokes. It doesn't pick up a ton of product because it is so dense that it really just leaves things in place where they're supposed to be. Beauty blender is probably the best way to, or a damp beauty blender anyway, is probably the best way to apply makeup for dry skin, but I don't like using them because I feel like they pick up a lot of product. This is what I'll be using today. Alright, so that was the demo of the two e.l.f. foundations together. As you can see, it really nicely evened out my skin tone. I know I am not perfect, y'all. I've got discoloration around my eyes especially. I have a little breakout right now that I'm dealing with, but I just wanted to show you, you know, how this works for fair skin. And for dry skin, I didn't put any concealer or anything else on top of this. I wanted to just show you what it was like on its own. And just in general, again, this is my brand new channel. I don't have a big focus. I know it's not the greatest quality right now, but I'm just starting. I'm just trying this out really to see how I like it and how you like it. I just want to share and connect with people about different interests and just things that make us happy in life. So definitely subscribe if you want to see more. I have more ideas, so I'm planning to do videos 1 time a week. I'm not really sure what day yet, but I do plan to be consistent with putting out these videos. Subscribe, send me some comments, suggestions, ideas. I hope that you like this. Again, I hope you at least found it entertaining or learned a few things. Thank you so much for watching if you stopped by for a visit, and I will see you in my next video. I hope you have a great day. Thank you.